This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the Daxos trigger and Lurus gets back selfless savior to let Linden gain life and make pride mates grow. Yes, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. A deck which is beloved by so many. But man, is it kind of good. Okay, I'll drop the nonsense character. I'll talk to you seriously about the deck. Some of you just can't handle the cringe. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is in your life that happened to you that made you hate the cringe. You gotta love the cringe. If you like the cringe, leave me some positive comments. God knows the haters are already tearing their keyboards in half. Their rage is so thick and palpable that I didn't just turn on the show and talk about the deck from the get-go. But here you go. Mono white. Lifegain. Sometime a few weeks ago, actually, this deck started popping up all over ladder, and I started playing against it like 3 or 4 times a day, whereas I used to play against it maybe once a week. And at first I thought that was weird because it was bad, because I was playing a lot of decks with Ugin and Extinction Event. And then I started playing decks that didn't have Ugin and Extinction Event, and guess what? I started losing to Lifegain. Like every day. Every day somebody was beating me to death with some combination of Selfless Savior and Luminarch Aspirant and Skymaul, or Speaker of the Heavens and Daxos and Linden, the Steadfast Queen, and Heliod, the Sun Crowned. They were just beating me to death with it. And I said to myself, maybe there's something to this white thing. We should check it out. We should take a break from the 12 days of Yorion, which, by God, that just rips my heart out. We should take a break from that, and we should at least see how the Lifegain deck is in the format. And I did this on stream. The VOD is, I don't know if it's public on Twitch. There's a lot of weird stuff with VODs right now. But anyway, if you watch that stream, I rattled off. I said I was going to stop streaming as soon as I lost a game. And I played this list. I rattled off something like 10 wins in a row, no losses. Some really fun games too. Like, that was a good stream. And apparently it's good. Deck does work. And this particular build of the deck says, you know what? Forget Answers. Forget Glass Caskets and Skyclave Apparition and Banishing Light. Forget those cards. We're not going to play them. We don't need them. We're just going to make our creatures bigger and harder to block than the opponents, and we're just going to run them over. This deck, the only thing it does that interacts with the opponent is forcing them to block and chump block. So we need to create trades, and we need to focus on creature sizing. We need to make sure our creatures are as often as possible bigger than the opponent's creatures, and that's how we determine what we do on a given turn. Like, there's a lot of times where putting your counter from Luminarch Aspirant on the right card, or from Heliod, the Sun Crowned, makes a big difference. So consider that in sequencing always. We don't have removal. We have to force trades or be bigger than our opponent's creatures at all time. So play the deck with that as the goal. That is what you depend on. It's something that takes practice, and hopefully I get to demonstrate it a little bit in the games. Now, I say it every time. What's the worst thing about playing Lifegain? The mono white Lifegain deck. What's the worst thing? That's right. The backseat gaming mono white Lifegain players who show up in comments and they have played 900 games of Lifegain. They know how to grow in a Johnny's Pride Mate, even though it's not legal anymore. They know how to trigger their Linden perfectly. They know every single nook and cranny of Heliod's robe-covered body. And they will not stop commenting on all the things I do wrong, playing the deep science that is mono white Lifegain. So, if you guys want to join in the fun, I know what I got into when I made this video. If you want to join in the fun, jump into comments. Have fun with backseat Lifegain gamers. Either call them out or do it yourself, whatever you want to do. Have fun. It's the holiday season. And now, if you want to talk card choices, there are always people who want to debate card choices with me. Glass Casket, Banishing Light, Skyclave Apparition. We cut them all because we just want to go over the top and we want like the full synergy package as often as possible. Every Skyclave Apparition is one less Linden, one less Skymall, one less Heliod, one less Daxos, and really what we want to do is combine these into a synergistic, just beat down package. So that is why I'm not playing those cards. Plus, there is, of course, the white problem for those cards. If they get removed, the opponent gets their thing or an illusion token back, and we just don't want to give that up. We want nothing to do with that. So that's the main reason I'm not playing any of those cards. Why am I not playing Hallowed Priest? Why not that card that when you gain 1 life, it gets bigger? I don't think you need it. I really don't. I'm liking the Broodmoth. The Broodmoth is actually really good in this deck. I think the biggest problem with this deck is so many things about this deck. I'm going to just pull them all over here. There's a lot of protection and a lot of ways to get stuff back from the graveyard, and there's indestructible. Like, there's all this stuff, right? All these cards in this row. Bounty, Savior, Heliod, Luris, Broodmoth. Like, that is all really freaking good. Unless the opponent plays Extinction Event and Ugin. That's it. Those are the weaknesses. Extinction Event and Ugin. So you need to dodge those or you need to play like through them. I don't try to play around them because I don't think the deck is built for that. Just go right at them as hard as you can. Try to kill them before they can do it. Try to make some angels with the speaker before the Extinction Event can be cast, because then if they name even, they get the angels. If they name odd, they miss the they get the speaker, but they don't get all of it. And otherwise, just go for it. Just rush them, Zerg rush them, get them dead. That's the way. So everything else, just focus on the size of your creatures. Make sure that your stuff is bigger than their stuff. It's really frustrating to play against Gruul when they have a Great Henge and an Edgewall Innkeeper and they're drawing 4 cards a turn. But if you have the bigger creatures, and probably a protected Luris is also pretty important in that matchup, and Sky Mall is really important, you can still beat them. It definitely happens. Also Broodmoth. Like, if you can have a Broodmoth and some Selfless Saviors, that's really hard for them to beat too. So, I've introduced the deck. I'm going to give a quick, please subscribe to the channel. 100,000 subs on the horizon. Really looking forward to that celebration party with all of you. And if you missed the video, I believe it's the Steal and Sacrifice video where I explain how to get a free collected company code art style on me by joining the Discord. You might want to go watch that video. Last I knew, there were still some, but you guys really blew it out of the water. We had something like 600 people join the Discord yesterday alone to request codes. So there's no guarantee there will be one left. I'm just saying that. So you better get on it. And I hope you enjoy them. Merry Christmas. And if you have any interest in the shirt or the headband, I've got the links in the description. Some people have asked me where they can buy them. There are links. All right, let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow. Oh my gosh. First game. If that don't get it done. Let's go. Pressure from the jump. Gotta put them under that pressure. And right away a tapped land from the opponent. That gives me rogue vibes. Here comes the speaker. What are you gonna kill? Crab, alright? You got a crab. It's gonna take a lot more than a crab to stop me. Oh. Not the Fabled Passage. Not 2 activations of the crab. Anything but that. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Show me the angels. Send me an angel. What you got, rogues? What have you got? What are you gonna do about this? Thieves Guild Enforcer. I have a 3/2. Merfolk Wind Robber. I mill you for more. Merfolk Wind Robber again. Okay, they're doing a pretty good job milling the absolute crap out of us, to be fair. But they tapped out. So, have fun with this. Oh man, that Thieves Guild Enforcer is a little bit annoying. Like, I don't think that I want to risk my speaker for it. So what do I want to risk? Do I risk my Linden? We get to put a million +1/+1 counters on things. But if we wait till next turn, the Alcide can just defend. So I guess we need to fly over the Enforcer. So we need +1/+1 counters on the Angel. We could just, you know... we should probably get rid of the Enforcer, truth be told. If we don't, it's going to keep milling us. What's it going to be? If we attack with everybody, the opponent probably will block the speaker. So giving them a Linden or a Aspirant means that the Heliod's turned off if they block the Linden. If I could offer them the Aspirant, why would I offer them anything? So we'll just do it like this. And next turn, the Life's Bounty can protect us. And we get to attack with Heliod. So, in the meantime, it's possible we need to distribute counters in a different way. We don't want to put them on the Bounty, because the opponent needs to kill that. They're going to block this anyway, so we could put them elsewhere. What's something that they're likely to play with? Xerath? Yeah. They're definitely reasonable to play with Xerath. And the Aspirant could probably use some counters too. They've played... They're not playing the Lurrus version of the deck, but they are playing the full assortment of 1-drops. They've played all 1-drops so far. Which is, I guess, one way to slow us down a bit. But that's all. That's all they've got. Oh, man. Oh, that draw is nice. Forgot my white headband in game 1. Let's go. Protection, 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 Linden. This isn't the greatest hand, actually, but it's sort of what we do, and it's on the play, so mulligans are painful. Ah. Ah. Sorry, I get a kick out of that stuff. So I don't think I'd save the Bounty. If the opponent wants to trade, that's fine. Alright. No tradesies. Ah. It's a showdown of the happy nymphs in a valley. Can we get the True Mirror? Do you have the same cards to play? Well, that's better than mine. Much better than mine. But they're gonna start growing the Aspirant. Okay. Heliod! Let's see, if we play this, we could attack with the bounties, use the Savior to protect a bounty, and get some +1/+1 counters going that way. Or we could wait till next turn with Linden and get an extra counter from the Savior, but... actually, I think it's just this. I think this is right. They're going to use exile removal if they have any at all, so having Savior plus Broodmoth isn't as important. So counters, where do we want them? We could put them on each, or we could build one big one. I guess the fact that they can exile, that they might play a Glass Casket here, means we should grow each of them. so we don't lose both counters. They're going with Sky Maul. If they put it on a lifelinker, the race seems better. Yep, here we go. And now the Aspirant's going to move counters onto the Alseid. So it's an interesting battle, especially since we don't have removal. But I think Heliod Linden can win it. Oh man, settle in. This could be a game. Counter here. Counter here. Counter. They're not going to block the Heliod, so pumping this does get an extra damage in for sure. And we're going to get 2 more counters afterwards, and maybe putting those on Linden is good, but the opponent is going to want to remove the Linden, so I don't know. We want them to remove the Linden. That's the other part. Like, we want them to try to kill this. So just put the counters here. We want them to kill it because we have another. That's not going to do anything otherwise. That's going to be a lot of +1/+1 counters moving around. Can we keep everything bigger than the Alseid Life's Bounty with the Maul of Skyclaves? Let's see. If we attack with everything, we can put 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good enough, because this will be a 5 with first strike. So maybe the counters were supposed to be here, so that these could keep attacking. Counter placement. It's a science. We can also sacrifice this to give pro white if we can get something big enough. And we're really close to that, right? Right now we have 4 attackers, so we can get 4 triggers, which can build up the Heliod to a 10, and then we can sacrifice Life's Bounty and get through. The problem with that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The opponent can block the other Life's Bounty. If they do that, they gain 5 life with first strike. And if we... The other problem with that is that we have to attack with these to get the full pumps. So we can't kill the opponent here, but we can play Broodmoth. The opponent left mana open. Kind of... It makes me really suspicious. Put counter here. Counter here. Counter here. Counter. Let's see, what do we get? 2 more? 1, 2, 3, 1 more. So the opponent will block whichever of these we put the counter on, so we should just put it elsewhere. Chumperige. We've got chumps! The opponent currently taking 10, but gaining life back. There is a protection from a color you choose, so they absorb some damage. Broodmoth is going to bring back the Life's Bounty. We got some big hitters. We got some life gain. Let's start pumping the Moth, because that's awesome. $36-5. It's time for a comeback, Silent Harlequin. Time for a comeback. The story of this whole game was that our cards weren't the pieces that worked together the best, but we drew the Heliod. You just need one piece. If we had drawn Speaker of the Heavens, that would have been great too. Luminarch Aspirant, Maul of Skyclaves. Just need something to make your Lindens and your bodyguards do good work. Core Blade Master. This really is a Maul of the Skyclaves deck. This has double strike now. Equipped Warriors. Never mind, it doesn't. Equipped Warriors have double strike. It's an important difference. Alright, the opponent didn't attack and all their blockers are white, so we got them. All we have to do is do it right. So give this protection from white. and not attack with anything else because the lifelink could be triggered by the bounty. Ah, I can't give myself a counter anymore because of protection from white. Nailed it. Oh my gosh, the curves you draw. Too bad it's on the draw. Oh, someone else is in the know. The power of mono white. We are a Heliod from Happiness. Tradesies? No. Okay. Let's get our Luminarch Aspirant on the battlefield. Start beefing up. Never miss arm day. Lifting whatever the heck that is. That's the Maul of Skyclaves, I think. That's the Sky Maul? Lifting that thing every day, it gives you a workout. Uh-oh. That's not good. Opponent has removal in their deck. That's cheating. How dare they? And they have anti-rogue cards. Tried all of this, found all of this lacking, but it looks a lot better when you're on the play in the mirror. It really does. Alright, so I think we throw down Linden, and then we get Sky Maul on the Vigilant Linden, and I think that will do us a lot of good. Or we'll probably play Broodmoth before the Sky Maul just to start protecting a lot of things, so that we win combat. Oh, maybe we don't have a choice. Speaker is a problem. We have to be able to hit our opponent. Do I have another turn? 1 life. If something dies, and this dies on command, 2 life. Play a creature, 3 life. I think we have another turn. Which would mean I get to play the Broodmoth, and if the opponent has a Banishing Light, they probably play it. It also means their attack is pretty bad, because we can block with Linden, get it back, and have a flyer. Which they don't want to happen. They don't know we have Maul. Show me the Moth. Pretty. We could have attacked with it here, but I think that's just a bit of a waste. Yep, there's the Apparition. Apparition targets Broodmoth. Now, before that goes off, let's give Indestructible to Linden and make the doggo a flyer. Opponent with the removal version of the deck. Let's see if it saves them, or if we can power through with our all threats version of the deck. Our own speaker. Look it up. Does the doggy want some action? I think so. And then hitting them is going to keep their speaker in check, at least for a while. And we'll play our own speaker. We've got a long way to go to get to the appropriate amount of life, but this deck can get there. It's an annoying one, but nothing flies. They have nothing to lose on an attack to see if I wouldn't block for some reason. Spoiler alert though, I would. Just keep plugging. Down to 11. Bring out another doggy. Look at the 2 useless creatures in my hand. They drew another one. That's fun. You love to see it. They do go after Linden and not the Sky Maul, which, that's good. That is good news. And they're at 12, so they are a ways away from using the speaker, but they're going to start putting counters on it because it has lifelink. Ooh, I can Sky Maul my speaker, though. mean, really? I guess they have a savior, right? So they're not really losing anything here. Try and decide if we want to block at all. I don't think so. Hook it up. Into the unknown. We got a flyer. We rule the skies. The opponent definitely rules the ground. But they don't have enough protection, I don't think. Ugh. Okay, their last two draws have been broken as hell. Another apparition and a maul. Like, that is everything they needed. Like, they just perfected drawing cards in Magic the Gathering just now. Can we... I mean, they're going to gain the life anyway, so this is probably the way. What do we need? We need a Heliod? Is that even remotely good enough? I don't know. We're not going to beat the Sky Maul, so we have to make our creature bigger. And our own Broodmoth won't do it. Because too many things have flying already. So lucky to draw the cards that we also have in our deck better than we drew them. Alright. Let's see, they attack next turn. I guess they're not quite there yet, but this thing with Vigilance is a bit much. What are we holding out for? It's just for Heliod. Oh god, they have their Legion Angel too? Cheater. Cheater confirmed! This person hacked the top of their library by a mile. I'll just take it. All that matters now is if we draw Heliod. Another Maul? Not good enough. Not good enough. Ah, that makes me sad. Okay, good hand. Let's go. Easy game. Third land is gravy, and we can even miss it for a turn and still have a pretty amazing curve. Our opponent's on Lurrus. Cycling or rogues, most likely. Take 3. Cool. Alright. Turn 1 Bloodchief's Thirst. There goes our sweet curve. How dare you run cheap removal. Heliod's looking a lot worse without a way to gain life. Settle in, guys. It's a thinking rogue gamer. The rogue rope is something we've all just become so used to. Celundi Vision implies a very slow version of the deck, which is great. Make him big. Yes, are you going to block with your Thieves Guild Enforcer or not? Rocket science confirmed. Wow, you didn't block. Let the snark flow through you. Giga Brain drown in the lock moment. And still no land. The only thing that could stop us, but we do need a Daxos to go with the Heliod. We'll put the counter here. They both need to be able to rumble with the Thieves Guild Enforcer. How many lands have gone away? Just 2 in all that. They stole it! They stole it. You scum. How could you? Oh, don't attack with the crab. God knows something might break in your heart. All right. Land. Did it. Now what? Sky Mall? The Heliod itself doesn't trigger the Daxos because we don't have enough devotion on the field, but it would if we waited another turn. I think we just need to keep the pressure on the opponent. We could also play the Bounty to protect the Daxos, but that's kind of weird. The opponent has one more removal spell. That's pretty like, yeah, yuck. So let's threaten to kill him. Let's get him. Cringe. Wow, there went 3 lands. Did you guys see that? Mostly useless crab here. They're probably not going to mill me before they kill me at this point, so the crabs don't matter, I don't think. We'll see. We do have life gain, so maybe something will happen. This has been a painful game, but let's get this on the field for sure. We just need one more turn. 2 more turns, my bad. Maybe we can top deck an Aspirant and just win. Or no, we play Heliod, it triggers, that's 5. That's why I said we only need one more turn. But that would assume that they have nothing to interact. Oh, they buy Luris, huh? Okay. Yeah, they must have a counter, right? If they don't, they're dead. But if they do, we lose. I think. Down to 2. Resolves. That gains a life. Target the Daxos. Do they have a Soaring Thought Thief? That won't save them. Protection from blue, you can't block. You die. Woo! I thought that one had snuck away from us, but we got there. I think it was actually really important that we sequenced with the Bounty before the Heliod, because you saw that +1/+1 counter from playing the Heliod, threaten the lethal, force them to flash in the Thought Thief. Big deal. All right. Speakers of the Heavens. Let's do it. Yorion! A player with taste and dignity at last. Uh-oh, they play black cards. Extinction Event is our great nemesis. It is a very hard card to beat. Alas, we can't play around it with a hand like this. To the air! It's a good draw, if it resolves. Ooh! Is that a removal spell you has? I don't believe in a Soaring Thought Thief. Omen of the Sea, nice. All right, 25. 2 more life to go. A tapped land. Yeah. Good. Attack first. See what they do. Hit. Come on. Come on. Alright. I make an angel. I make another angel. Moth. Flaps. What you got? Oh! Oh no! Yeah. Omen of the Sea didn't beat that board on its own. Luris. I'm looking for some rogues for dinner. Let's see what happens. You do the bottom. Let's lead with the bounty. Yeah. Yeah. Crab, 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 crab. Master of crab. Frickin' rogues. What can you do? What you got? We got a block. Good choice. I just want the life. Yep, graveyard is already absolutely overflowing. They can do all the things that their deck wants to do. Let's see what they do. I give pro black. Well, that's good. They don't have Drown in the Lock available here. They do have double Wind Robber. That's a problem. But has they a solution for the Sky Mall? They'll need another removal spell. Maybe they have it, maybe they don't. We don't get to gain life here. They get to chump and sacrifice, which is pretty nasty. Okay, their draw is really good. They've got all the removal they need. They've completely dealt with our early game, which was pretty threatening. No problem for them. But let's try to rebuild and see what we can do. They've got another instant here. It might be a Jawari Disruption, no? So what is it? Oh, they can just sack the Wind Robber. I hate it when I miss that. It makes me feel stupid. They paid 3 for that? Yep. It's in the graveyard. Just one Wind Robber right now. Eliminate the Daxos. Okay, they're all spot removal up and down. Do they buy Luris here? If they don't, they have a counterspell. They don't have a counterspell, or they think that they're good enough that they can ignore me. I don't have a way to gain life this turn, but Linden next turn could gain a lot. The question is, how do we Heliod? It's tempting. It's really tempting to get Heliod on the board now. Heliod can give life itself by passing out lifelink, so maybe that's a good enough reason. And we'll put counter here? No, here. The opponent wants to kill the Aspirant pretty badly. Oh, we're sacking. No real reason to do that when they did it. If you're in that spot, just untap, attack with your Wind Robber, then sacrifice it. You don't gain anything extra by drawing it on my turn. In this case, like there was strictly no benefit, and they could have had another damage and another mill. Okay, they didn't kill the Aspirant. I mean, they keep drawing the stuff. And now they have mana open. Should we go for the Linden? Or should we suit this up? If they have Drown in the Lock, the great thing about Drown in the Lock is the flexibility. No matter what play we make, they can victimize us for it. So the question is, what play do we want to go for? What play do we want to throw down the tubes? And I guess it's going to be Linden. Assuming they have Drown in the Lock as last card, which I think they do. They always do, right? 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 Right. So, as you see, boom, got me. The thing is, they get you no matter which way. If I had just attacked with the Luminarch and given it lifelink, they would kill it. Okay. Now you're just making me mad because I want you to play better. If you're gonna beat me, at least do me the decency of playing Magic well. Come on. Come on. They're looking in their graveyard. That's a Call the Death Dweller or an Agadeem's Awakening. Yes, you have cards in your graveyard. You should probably keep it. Bottom. Okay. You know, you do you. Maybe they'll sacrifice it right now. No? Alright. Do we have a savior down here? Yes, we do. I also have Lurrus. Where to put the counter? No matter what, they have like this thing that can block and stop lifelink for a while. I think we'll just put it on the Aspirant. There's no way the opponent blocks with their Lurrus, I don't think. They might have another Agadeem's Awakening, I guess. If they have an Agadeem's Awakening and I sack this and do that, then they have to spend all their mana on it, which means they don't kill my Lurrus, which means we get back the Savior anyway. Here's a crab. Alright, please don't have Lull Mage's Domination. We need to dodge that. Of course, if they take the Heliod, I'll be laughing. Okay. They are trying to mill me out. They have 2 crabs, we have 20 cards. They haven't drawn into the story, but they're drawing 1,000,000 cards a turn. Or just 2. So far it's been just removal, removal, removal. But we've got to put enough pressure on them to force them to block. That's a Linden. Oh my goodness. And we have a Speaker in the graveyard. And we have a Selfless Savior on the battlefield. We could get another Savior. If they just can't kill my stuff, I don't know how they win. Speaker runs away with the game really fast, though. It's just another thing they have to kill. I think first things first. Let's find out if they counter Linden. Is that card a Drown in the Lock? Okay, that's weird. But they just want to gain the life. And they have cards in the graveyard to exile. I mean, oh, we're coming in hot. This is gonna sting. So they gain 3 life, then they draw a card. Sure. Why not? That resolves. Let's see if they make us use the Savior or not. Counters on a lifelink seem pretty good. Let's get everything out of the Lurrus's range so that they can't force us to sacrifice a Savior. And then we're probably playing Speaker if we... Yeah, we're definitely in range of making Angels. They do have 17 life and they have free blockers. So this is going to be tough. Now they're down to 8. Speaker on the board. Can we do it? They get free blocker every turn. They get 2 cards a turn. So they should be able to mill. And if they can add to their mill clock at all, like Thieves Guild Enforcers, things like that, it's really bad. And they also have 3 life from Aluris that they can put in front of something at some point. But I have an Alseid of Life's Bounty that I can get out of the graveyard. That can give protection. Protection means they wouldn't gain the life. Here's the Eliminate. Selfless Savior, Protect. Did they draw another one? No, it's indestructible now. That didn't work. Okay. Daxos. Alseid of Life's Bounty. Let's put some counters on the speaker so it can rumble as well. Now, the opponent has 3 blue cards and 1 black card, so giving pre-combat protection won't win. They've got a Thought Thief. It's another blocker. They needed it. Let's keep them from forcing us to use the bounty. Alright, they've got 5 blockers, we've got 5 attackers. We can give 1 protection, but then they just block it with the Luris. If they block it with the Luris, though, they don't gain any life. They don't have to block it, though. Wait, this is a life at instant speed. So we can move 1 more counter if we have to. But here, we've got to force them to set some blocks. So what's it going to be? Sure. If they go for a double block, that would be pretty epic. We could definitely blow that out. But they're not. And they're keeping a crab, and this is coming through for 5, and they're gaining 3. So we can stop them from gaining the life using the Alseid of Life's Bounty and deal an extra damage, or we can let it happen, let them have all that damage, knowing we're going to win next turn. I think we take this offering as it is. Now they did keep 1 crab, which tells me that they might have Agadeem's Awakening, which again is going to be a photo finish if they've got it. Where's the counter? Let's put it on the Daxos. We're going to need more large attackers next turn. Let's make the Angel. And see if they can pull it off. What you got? Another Thought Thief. For goodness gracious. So that's a mill of 2. That's a land. That's not an Agadeem's Awakening. I think they played this one a long time ago. Even paid 3 life to do it. So what do you need to do? You need to cling to dust, and then what do you need to draw? An Awakening then is for 2, and you already played your land? Don't think that's going to do it. Pretty sure you're dead. Dead. Die, rogues, die! When I play rogues, it's fun. And I'm sure that's how it is for people who play rogues. Playing rogues is very, very fun. And it's not your job to make sure your opponent enjoys their game of Magic. So I'm not putting it down. If you enjoy playing rogues, that's your choice. I'm not saying I don't get to tell you what to play in MTG Arena. That's not a thing. But when you play against rogues, the most annoying deck in a long time. I mean, Omnath annoyed me. Rogues might be worse. Your mantra just has to be, die, rogues, die. Yeah, you get no good game. I just dab on your grave, rogues. Just dab all over you. All right. Die, rogues, die. Just gonna equip up this Sky Maul. We're gonna bring all the pain we can possibly bring to this rogue player. We're going to bring it right now. All of it. Every last trigger. Every single one. You're going down, rogues. You're going down. You're going down, and you will suffer all of the wrath of the Nymph of the Valley here. Oh, wait, what? No, I don't want to sacrifice this. Thank you for asking. Couldn't if I wanted to. Die! Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Enough of that. But the deck is good! Like Speaker of the Heavens. What a card. Just delivering the angel beatings and getting the Linden, Daxos, Heliod package just powers through so many decks. And most decks aren't set up to fight it. We dodged Extinction Event all day. I think I lost 2 games. I lost to 3 games total. I did lose to the Mirror, which definitely including that one. Lost to a Gruul deck where I just didn't draw, like I missed a land drop, but then didn't draw any pieces that you needed to get, and I got great hinged. It took like 20 minutes, so that one won't be in the video because it's too much time of me losing the whole time. And I lost to a Rogues deck because I didn't draw my 3rd land at any point in the game, and the Crabs milled everything. They milled everything from me, you guys. You don't need to see that. But this deck, since I started playing it, my MTGA assistant isn't working. That's a bad plug for their product, but it's true. I click this, nothing happens. I've definitely won well into the double digits. I would say 15 or 16 games. I've lost 3. So the deck is absolutely rolling for me in Mythic. It got me back from like around 1,000 Mythic near the top 100. Now I'm lingering in like between 100 and 200. So it's treated me well. And I think it's because I sing a lot of Christmas carols to it. I think that's why it gets on my level. So hopefully if you sing Christmas carols while playing the deck, that will probably increase your ability to draw what you need in the right combination, and then you'll probably win games so that you don't have to be one of the losers posting stuff in my comments all the time being like, I can't win a game with your deck. Have you tried singing to it? Like, it's all in the attitude, man. It's all in the attitude. Thank you for watching this video. I highly recommend this deck. I think if you're not in Mythic, this will get you there before the end of the season. I think if you are in Mythic, I think you can grind into top 1,000 with this sucker and qualify for the next Kaldheim Championship qualifier. I think this deck is a sweet one. So, on that note, remember to subscribe. Remember to leave a comment. Let me know how cringy and horrible my singing voice is and how bad I am at playing Lifegain decks. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath my Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.